Shalom and welcome to Torah and Coffee. Today we are in Bereshit or Genesis chapter 25, starting on verse 19, and we're going to go to Bereshit or Genesis 28 verse 2. The Haftarah is in Malachi 1 verse 1 to chapter 2 verse 7. Then the BeritHadasah, we are going to read Romans 9, 6 through 16, and then we're going to read Hebrews 11, 20, and Hebrews 12, verse 14 through 19. So, enjoy your coffee or tea if you happen to have it. I'm enjoying my coffee. So, we're going to start reading Bereshit chapter 25, starting on verse 19. This is the story of Yitzhak, son of Abraham. Abraham begat Yitzhak. Yitzhak was 40 years old when he took to wife Rivkah, daughter of Bethuel, the Aramean of Padan Aram, his sister of Laban, the Aramean. Yitzhak pleaded with Yah on behalf of his wife because she was barren, and Yahweh responded to his plea, and his wife Rivkah conceived. But the children struggled in her womb, and she said, "If so, why do I exist?" She went to inquire of Yahweh, and Yahweh answered her, "Two nations are in your womb, two separate peoples shall issue from your body. One people shall be mightier than the other, and the older shall serve the younger." When her time to give birth was at hand, there were twins in her womb. The first one emerged red like a hairy mantle all over, so they named him Esau. Then his brother emerged, holding on to the heel of Esau, so they named him Jacob. Yitzhak was 60 years old when they were born. When the boys grew up, Esau became a skilled hunter and man of the outdoors, but Jacob was a mild man who stayed in camp. Yitzhak favored Esau because he had a taste for game, but Rivkah favored Jacob. Once when Jacob was cooking a stew, Esau came and from the open famished, and Esau said to Jacob, "Give me some of the red stuff to gulp down, for I am famished," which is why he was named Edom. Jacob said, "First sell me your birthright." And Esau said, "I am at the point of death, so of what use is my birthright to me?" But Jacob said, "Swear to me first." So he swore to him and sold his birthright to Jacob. Jacob then gave Esau bread and lentil stew. He ate and drank, and he rose and went away. Thus did Esau spurn his birthright. There was a famine in the land aside from the previous famine that had occurred in the last days of Abraham. And Yitzhak went to Abimelech, king of the Philistines, and Gerah. Yahweh had appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Stay in the land which I point out to you. Reside in this land, and I will be with you and bless you. I will assign all these lands to you and to your heirs, fulfilling the oath that I swore to your father Abraham. I will make you heirs in numbers as the stars of the heaven, and assign to your heirs all the lands so that all the nations of the earth shall bless themselves in your ears. Inasmuch as Abraham obeyed me and kept my charge, my commandments, my laws, and my teachings, so Yitzchak stayed in Gerar. When the men of the place asked him about his wife, he said, "She is my sister," for he was afraid to say, "my wife," thinking, the men of the place might kill me in account of Rivkah, for she is beautiful. When some time passed, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out of the window and saw Rivkah. Eight again. When some time passed, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked out of the window, saw Yitzchak fondling his wife Rivkah. Abimelech sent for Yitzchak and said, "So she is your wife. Why did you say, 'She is my sister'?" Yitzchak said to him, "Because I thought I might lose my life on account of her." Abimelech said, "What you have done to us, one of the people might have lain with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us." Abimelech then charged all the people, saying, "Anyone who molests this man or his wife shall be put to death." Yitzchak sowed in the land and reaped 100-fold the same year. Yahweh blessed him, and the man grew rich and richer until he was very wealthy. He acquired flocks and herds and large households, so that the Philistines envied him. And the Philistines stopped up all the wells which his father's servant had dug in the days of his father Abraham, filling them with earth. And Abimelech said to Yitzchak, "Go away from us, for you have become too far too big for us." So Yitzchak departed from there and encamped in the valley of Gerar, where he settled. Yitzchak dug anew the well which had been dug in the days of his father Abraham, and which the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham's death, and he gave them the same name as his father had given them. But when Yitzchak's servant digging in the well found a well of spring water, the herdsman of Gerar quarreled with Yitzchak's herdmen, saying, "The water is ours." He named the well Esek because they contended with him. And when they dug another well, they disputed over that one also. So he named it Sitnah. He moved from there and dug yet another well, and they did not quarrel over it. So he called it Rehoboth, saying, "Now at least Yahweh has granted us ample space to increase in the land." From there he went up to Beersheba. Yes, sir. That night Yahweh appeared to him and said, "I am the God of your father Abraham. Fear not, for I am with you, and I will bless you and increase your offspring for the sake of my servant Abraham." So he built a Mizpah there and invoked Yahweh by name. Yitzchak pitched his tent there, and his servant started digging a well. And Abimelech came to him from Gerar with Ahuzzath, his counselor, and Phicol, chief of the troops. Yitzchak said to him, "Why you have to come to me?" Yitzchak said to him, "Why have you come to me, seeing that you have been hostile to me and have driven me away from you?" And they said, "We now see plainly that Yahweh has been with you, and we thought, let there be a sworn treaty between our parties, between you and us. Let us make a pact with you, that you will not do us harm, just as we have not molested you, but have already dealt kindly with you, and sent you away in peace. From now on, be you blessed by Yahweh. Then he made for them a feast, and they ate and drank. 31. Early in the morning they exchanged oaths. Yitzhak then bade them farewell, and they departed from him in peace. That same day Yitzhak's servants came and told him about the well they had dug, and said to him, We have found water. He named it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba to this day. When Esau was 40 years old, he took to wife Judith, daughter of Beri the Hittite, and Basmath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and they were a source of bitterness to Yitzhak and Rivkah. "27. When Yitzhak was old and his eyes were too dim to see, he called his oldest son Esau and said to him, My son, excuse me. He said to him, My son. He answered, Here I am. And he said, I am old now, and I do not know how soon I may die. Take your gear, your quiver, and bow, and go out into the open and hunt me some game. Then prepare the dish for me as I like, and bring it to me to eat, so that I may give you an innermost blessing before I die." Rivkah had been listening to Yitzhak as Yitzhak spoke to his son Esau. When Esau had gone out into the open to hunt game to bring home, Rivkah said to her son Jacob, I overheard your father speaking to your brother Esau, saying, Bring me some game and prepare a dish for me to eat, that I may bless you. But Yahweh approval before I die. Now, my son, listen carefully as I instruct you. Go to the flock and fetch me 2 choice kids, and I will make them a dish for your father, such as he likes. 10. Then take it to your father to eat, in order that he may bless you before he dies. Yaakov answered to his mother Rivkah, But my brother Esau is a hairy man, and I am smooth-skinned. If my father touches me, I shall appear to him as a trickster, and bring upon myself a curse, not a blessing. But his mother said to him, Your curse, my son, be upon me. Just do as I say, and go fetch them for me. He got them and brought them to his mother, and his mother prepared a dish, such as his father liked. Rivkah then took the best clothes of her oldest son Esau, which were there in the house, and had her younger son Jacob put them on. And she covered his hands and the hills parts of his neck with the skins of the kids. Then she put in the hands of her son Jacob the dish and the bread that she had prepared. He went to his father and said, Father, and he said, Yes, which of my sons are you? Jacob said to his father, I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done as you told me. Pray, sit up and eat of my game, that you may give me your innermost blessing. Yitzhak said to his son, How did you succeed so quickly, my son? And he said, Because Yahweh, your God, granted me good fortune. Yitzhak said to Yaakov, come closer, that I may feel you, my son, whether you are really my son Esau or not. So Yaakov drew close to his father Yitzchak, who felt him and wondered. The voice is the voice of Yaakov, yet the hands are the hands of Esau. He did not recognize him because his hands were hairy like those of his brother Esau, and so he blessed him. He said, "Are you really my son Esau?" And when he said, "I am," he said, "Serve me and let me eat of my son's game, that I may give you my innermost blessing." So he served him, and he ate, and he brought him wine, and he drank. Then his father Yaakov said to him, "Come close and kiss me, my son." And he went up and kissed him, and he smelled his clothes, and he blessed him, saying, "Ah, the smell of my son, like the smell of the fields of Yahweh has blessed. May Yahweh give you of the dew of heaven and the fat of the earth, abundance, new grain and wine. Let people serve you and nations bow to you. Be master over your brothers, and let your mother's son bow to you. Cursed be they who curse you, blessed they who bless you." 30. No sooner had Yaakov left the presence of his father Yitzchak, after Yitzchak had finished blessing Yaakov, than his brother Esau came back from his hunt. He too prepared a dish and brought it to his father, and said to his father, "Let my father sit up and eat of his son's game, so that you may give me your innermost blessing." His father Yitzchak said to him, "Who are you?" And he said, "I am your son Esau, your firstborn." Yitzchak was seized with every violent tremble. Who was it then?" he demanded. "He hunted game and brought it to me. Moreover, I ate it before you came, and I blessed him. Now he must remain blessed." When Esau heard his father's words, he burst into wild and bitter sobbing and said to his father, "Bless me too, father." But he answered, "Your brother came with guile and took away your blessing." Esau said, Was he then named Yaakov? Excuse me. Was he then named Yaakov, that he might supplant me for 2 times? First he took away my birthright, and now he has taken away my blessing. And he added, "Have you not reserved a blessing for me?" Yitzchak answered, saying to Esau, "But I have made him master over you. I have given him all his brothers for servants, and sustained him with grain and wine. What then can I tell you? What then can I still do for you, my son?" And Esau said to his father, "Have you but one blessing, father? Bless me too, father." And Esau wept out loud. And his father Yitzchak answered, saying to him, "See, your abode shall enjoy the fat of the earth and the dew of heaven above." 40. Yet by your sword you shall live, and you shall serve your brother. But when you grow restless, you shall break his yoke from your neck. Now Esau harbored a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing which his father had given him. And Esau said to himself, "Let but the mourning period of my father come, and I will kill my brother Jacob." When the words of the older son, Esau, were reported to Rivkah, she sent for her younger son Jacob and said to him, "Your brother Esau is consoling himself by planning to kill you. Now, my son, listen to me. Flee at once to Haran, to my brother Laban. Stay with him a while until your brother's fury subsides, until your brother's anger against you subsides and he forgets what you have done to him. Then I will fetch you from there. Let me not lose you both in one day." Rivka said to Yitzhak, "I am disgusted with my life because of the Hittite women. If Jacob marries a Hittite woman like these from among the neighbors' women, what good will life be to me?" Chapter 28. So Yitzhak sent for Jacob and blessed him. He instructed him, saying, "You shall not take a wife from among the Canaanite women. Go up to Padan Aram, to the house of Bethuel, your mother's father, and take a wife there from among the daughters of Laban, your mother's brother. May El Shaddai bless you, make you fertile and numerous, so that you become an assembly of peoples. May he grant a blessing of Abraham to you and your offspring, that you may possess the land where you are sojourning, which Yahweh assigned to Abraham." Then Yitzhak sent Yaakov up, and he went to Padan Aram to Laban, the son of Bethuel, the Aramean, the brother of Rivka, mother of Yaakov and Esau. When Esau saw that Yitzhak had blessed Yaakov and sent him off to Padan Aram to take a wife from there, charging him, so he blessed him, "You shall not take a wife from among the Canaanite women," and that Yaakov had obeyed his father and mother and gone to Padan Aram. Esau realized that the Canaanite women displeased his father Yitzhak. 9. So Yitzhak went to Ishmael and took to wife, in addition to the wives he had, Mahalath, the daughter of Ishmael, son of Abraham, sister of Nebaioth. Let's turn over to Malachi. Malachi chapter 1 through starting on verse 1 to 7. Malachi chapter 1. A pronouncement, the word of Yahweh to Israel through Malachi. "I have shown you love," said Yahweh, "but you asked, 'How have you shown us love?' After all, declares Yahweh, Esau is Jacob's brother, yet I have accepted Jacob and have rejected Esau. I have made his hills a desolation, his territory a home of beasts of the desert. If Edom thinks, though crushed, we can build the ruins again, thus said the Lord of hosts, they may build it, but I will tear it down, and so they shall be known to the region as wickedness, the people damned forever of Yahweh. Your eyes shall behold it, and you shall declare, great is Yahweh beyond the borders of Israel. A son should honor his father, and the slave his master. Now I am a father, where is the honor due me? And if I am a master, where is the reverence due me? Said the Lord of hosts to you, O Conan, who scorned my name. But you ask, how have we scorned your name? You offer defiled food on my mizpah, but you ask, how have we defiled you? By saying, the table of Yahweh can be treated with scorn. When you present a blind animal for sacrifice, it doesn't matter. When you present a lame, sick one, it doesn't matter. Just offer it to your governor. Will he accept you? Will he show you favor? Said the Lord of hosts. And now implore the favor of Yahweh. Will he be gracious to us? That is what you have done. Will he accept any of you? The Lord of hosts has said. 10. If only you would lock the doors and not kindle fire on my mizpah to no purpose. I take no pleasure in you, and the Lord, said the Lord of hosts, and I will accept no offering from you. For from where the sun rises to where the sun sets, my name is honored among the nations, and everywhere increase and pure obligation are offered to my name. For my name is honored among the nations, said the Lord of hosts. But you profane it when you say, the table of Yahweh is defiled, and the meat, the food, can be treated with scorn. You say, oh, what a brother, and so you degrade it, said the Lord of hosts, and you bring the stolen, the lame, and the sick, and you offer such as an oblation. Will I accept it from you, said Yahweh? A curse on the child who has an unblemished male in his flock, but for his flock sacrifices a blemished animal to Yahweh. For I am a great king, said the Lord of hosts, and my name is received among the nations. Chapter 2. One through 7. Chapter 2, 1. And now, O Conan, this charge is for you, unless you obey and unless you lay it to heart and do honor to my name, said the Lord of hosts. I will send a curse and turn your blessings into curses. Indeed, I have turned them into curses because you do not lay it to the heart. I will put your seed under a ban, and I will strew dung upon your faces, the dung of your festival sacrifices, and you shall be carried out to its heap. Know then that I have sent this charge to you, that my covenant with Levi may endure, said the Lord of hosts. I have with him a covenant of life and well-being, which I give to him, and of reverence which he showed me, for he stood in awe of my name. Proper rulings were in his mouth, and nothing perverse was on his lips. He served me with complete loyalty and held the many back from iniquity. 7. For the lips of the corner got knowledge, and men seek ruling from his mouth, for he is a messenger of the Lord of hosts. This concludes the reading in the Torah and the Haftarah. Let's go to the BeritHadasah and see what it has to say. Romans. Book of Romans. Chapter 9. Excuse me. I'm losing pages here. Romans chapter 9, 6 through 16. But the present condition of Israel does not mean that the word of God has failed, for not everyone from Israel is truly part of Israel. Indeed, Not all the descendants are seed of Abraham. Rather, what is to be called your seed will be in Yitzhak. In other words, it is not the physical children who are the children of God, but the children of promise refers to who are considered seed. For this is what the promise said. At the time said, I will come and Sarah will have a son. 10. And even more to the point is the case of Rivka. For both her children were conceived in a single act when Yitzhak our father, and before they were born, before they had done anything at all, either good or bad, so that God's plan might remain a matter of his sovereign choice, not dependent on what he did, but on God, who does the calling. It was said to her, the older will serve the younger. This, of course, was where it is written, Yaakov I loved, but Esau I hated. So are we to say, it is unjust for God to do this? Heaven forbid. For to Moshe he says, I will have mercy on whom I have mercy, and I will pity on whom I pity. Thus, it doesn't depend on human desire or efforts, but on God, who has mercy. Hebrews chapter 11. Verse 20. By trusting Yitzhak in the blessing of Yaakov and Esau, made reference to events yet to come. Hebrews 12:14-17. Hebrews 12:14-17. Keep pursuing shalom with everyone, and that holiness without which no one will see the Lord. See to it that no one misses out on God's grace, that no root of bitterness, springing up causes trouble and thus contaminates many. And that no one is sexually immoral or godless like Esau, who in exchange for a single meal gave up his birthright as the firstborn. For you know that afterwards, when he wanted to obtain his father's blessing, he was rejected indeed, even though he sought it with tears. His change of heart was to no avail. This concludes the reading of the Torah, Haftarah, and the BeritHadasah for this week. May you be blessed. May Yah bless you and keep you. May Yah shine His light upon you. May Yah lead you into His truth and righteousness and give you His shalom. In Yeshua's name, Amen. Until next week, from Torah and Coffee, we bid you shalom.